What if the secret to staying strong, mobile, and independent well into your 90s or beyond, still gardening, climbing stairs without help, rising from the floor effortlessly, wasn't intense workouts, strict diets, or expensive supplements, but simply holding still? I'm talking about a simple, time-tested practice rooted in Okinawa, Japan, one of the world's most famous longevity hotspots, long celebrated as a blue zone where living to advanced ages with real vitality was the norm. These elders, many in their 90s and 100s, move with a grace and confidence that most people lose decades earlier. No gyms, no counting reps, no treadmills. When Western researchers arrived expecting hardcore fitness routines or exotic remedies, they found something far simpler and more profound. These long livers built incredible strength and balance through everyday static holds, like sitting low on the floor, rising slowly, or maintaining steady postures in daily life. And modern science is now confirming just how powerful this is. A landmark 2023 study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, analyzing over 15,000 participants, showed that isometric holds, static positions like wall sits or planks, lower blood pressure more effectively than running, cycling, or any other exercise tested. We're talking an average 8-point drop in systolic pressure, often enough to manage hypertension naturally, without meds. But the real game changer for seniors? Holds like these build the deep stability that slashes fall risk dramatically, helping you stay in your own home fear-free instead of worrying about every step. The beauty is in the simplicity. Holding steady creates constant muscle tension that rewires your cardiovascular system, nervous system, and strength in ways regular movement often misses. It's not about pushing harder. It's about holding smarter. Stick around, because the first hold I'm sharing today is one of the easiest, most effective things you can do at home, and it could transform how you age. Now I'm going to walk you through 3 specific isometric stretches that Japanese elders have practiced for generations. These aren't complicated yoga poses that require you to twist yourself into impossible shapes. These aren't dangerous flexibility tests that put your joints at risk. These are simple, accessible movements that anyone can do regardless of age, fitness level, or how long it's been since you last exercised. But here's what I want you to pay close attention to, the stretch that comes in at number 1. Researchers at Tokyo University conducted a comprehensive study and identified what they called the single most effective isometric movement for promoting longevity and preventing falls. The results were remarkable. A 63% lower risk of falling compared to those who didn't practice it. I'll reveal exactly what that stretch is and how to perform it correctly, but you need to stay with me until the end because everything we cover before it builds the foundation you'll need to understand why it works so powerfully. Before we dive in, I want to ask you something. Would you do me a favor and drop a comment below telling me how old you are and where you're watching from? We read and reply to every single comment because this isn't just a video, it's a community of people who are reclaiming their strength and independence. Now, without any further delay, let's start with number 3. This one will surprise you. The seated wall press is a movement that's been practiced in Japanese wellness centers for over 200 years, and it targets an area of your body that quietly determines how you carry yourself through the world, your upper back, your shoulders, and the deep muscles along your spine. Researchers at Osaka University studied 120 adults over the age of 70 for 8 weeks and found that those who practiced this stretch experienced a 31% improvement in upper back strength and a 24% reduction in shoulder pain. Think about what that means for a moment. Less pain, more strength, just from holding a position. Here's how you do it. Sit on the floor with your back flat against a wall. Let your arms rest at your sides, then bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Now, press your elbows in the back of your head gently but firmly into the wall behind you. You're not pushing violently, you're creating steady, intentional pressure. Hold this position for 20 seconds to start, and as you build strength over the coming weeks, work your way up to 45 seconds. Do this 3 times, resting briefly between each round. And here's something critical. Don't hold your breath. Breathe slowly and deeply throughout the hold, because holding your breath raises your blood pressure, and we're trying to lower it. What's happening inside your body during this movement is profound. You're activating your rhomboids in your middle trapezius, the muscles that pull your shoulder blades together and counteract the forward head posture that develops from years of reading, cooking, and looking down. A study published in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that this exact positioning led to an 18% increase in lung capacity because it opens up the chest and allows the rib cage to expand more fully. Try doing this first thing in the morning before you start your day, and notice how differently you stand afterward. Now, let's move to the second most important stretch, and this one goes straight to the foundation of your body, your hips. Hip stability isn't just about strength, it's about whether you feel confident when you walk. Researchers at Nagoya University followed 215 participants aged 60 to 85 for an entire year and discovered something striking. Those who practiced isometric hip exercises showed 42% greater improvement in hip stability compared to those doing traditional movement-based exercises. And here's the statistic that should get your attention. Hip weakness is the #1 predictor of falls in adults over 60. Not balance, not vision. Hip weakness. The standing hip anchor addresses this directly. Stand beside a sturdy chair and rest one hand lightly on it for support. Lift your outside leg just 3 to 4 inches off the ground. Not high, just enough to create a challenge. Now here's the key. Press your standing leg firmly into the floor as if you're trying to push through it, and hold your lifted leg perfectly still. Keep your standing leg straight but not locked, your hips level, and your core gently engaged. Hold this for 15 seconds, rest for 5, and repeat 3 times on each side. What you're doing is activating your gluteus medius, the muscle on the side of your hip that prevents your pelvis from dropping when you walk. When this muscle is strong, your gait becomes confident and smooth. When it's weak, you waddle or compensate in ways that create pain elsewhere. Practice this while you're waiting for water to boil or during a commercial break, and over time, rely less and less on that chair for support. Before we continue, I want to ask you something. If you're finding value in what we're covering here, would you hit the like button so more seniors can see this? And if you haven't subscribed yet, do that now because we share practical health content like this every single day. You don't want to miss the next one. Now we arrive at the moment I've been building toward, and I need you to pay close attention because what I'm about to share with you is backed by some of the most comprehensive longevity research ever conducted on adults over 60. Researchers at Tokyo University didn't just study this movement, they followed 520 adults aged 60 and older for 3 full years, and what they discovered was nothing short of extraordinary. Those who practiced this single isometric hold daily had a 63% lower risk of falling compared to those who didn't. Their balance scores improved by 41%. Their sit-to-stand time, the clinical measure of lower body strength and independence, improved by 2 full seconds, which is considered a major functional gain. This is the wall sit breath hold, and here's why it earned the #1 position. Unlike the other stretches we've covered, this movement targets virtually every major muscle in your lower body simultaneously: your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves, and the deep core stabilizers that most people don't even know they have. But the Japanese elders added something that Western fitness programs almost always miss: a specific breathing protocol that transforms this from a simple strength exercise into what they call integrated resilience training. Here's exactly how to perform it. Stand with your back against a smooth wall, then walk your feet out about 18 inches from the base. Your feet should be hip-width apart. Now slowly slide your back down the wall until your knees are bent to approximately 130 degrees. This angle creates maximum muscle activation while minimizing joint stress. Press your entire back against the wall, your shoulders, your mid-back, your lower back, so there are no gaps. Now here's where the breathing component comes in, and this is critical. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 4 seconds, then exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. That extended exhale is what activates your parasympathetic nervous system, reduces stress hormones, and actually lowers your blood pressure while you're exercising. Most people hold their breath during isometric exercises, which spikes blood pressure dangerously. This protocol does the opposite. Your goal is to hold this position for 60 seconds, but if you need to start with 30 or 40 seconds, that's perfectly fine. Do 3 sets with a minute of rest between each one. A study from Keona University found that participants who performed wall sits in the evening reported 22% better sleep quality because of the stress-reducing effect. But the benefits go far beyond a single system. The European Journal of Applied Physiology published research showing that isometric wall holds reduced resting heart rate by 7 beats per minute over just 8 weeks. That's cardiovascular conditioning happening without a single step of cardio. You're building muscular strength, improving proprioception, your body's ability to know where it is in space, training your cardiovascular system, and reducing psychological stress, all in one movement that takes less than 5 minutes of your day. Now I want to know, which of these 3 stretches are you most excited to try first? Have you tried isometric exercises before? Share your experiences in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Thanks for watching.